Okay.
I've invited him.
Okay. He's a popular chef. He has many followers, and he's chatting to them. But I can tell you what I'm going to be doing today. I thought it would be nice that Alexandros does something. He works in Dubai. He's very active, but he's also a consultant chef there. And obviously he's been exposed to Middle Eastern flavors and spices. And that's why the post said with spice or something spice. Anyway, I can't remember what I wrote. And he's making a meat variation of what we're going to be doing. And I thought it would be very nice if I made a vegetarian version. And recently, I was remembering a holiday I had when I was really, really young in Santorini for the first time. And there they grow the most delicious food because ultimately, and that's why some people, for example, don't irrigate their olive trees in Greece. Anything that draws all its feed, all it needs from the earth, and that's all it gets, is going to have more compact flavor. It's not diluted in a lot of water. So one of the things that they grow, which is fabulous, is tomatoes. So I thought that I would be making some tomato fritters, which are delicious, with a very simple but very cooling, very refreshing yogurt dip. And I will let Alexandros tell us all what he's making, if he decides to join. Another thing that is great in Santorini is wine, grapes. For the same reason, the earth is volcanic, so that has lots of minerals and things that help the flavor of things. Fava, Santorini fava, is fantastic. Now these days, of course, Santorini is a small island. It's actually quite touristy as well. So I'm not so sure how much Santorini out there comes from fava. But still, if you could ever get hold of Santorini from fava, it's fabulous. Oh, thank you. I'm getting lots of compliments about my hair. Yay. Yeah, it was a bit of a necessity. And also easier when you're cooking. So I will start making the fritters, and Alexandros will join us when he's good and ready. Maybe something has happened in Dubai. Now, you hear me often talk about building flavors. You hear that a lot in cookery programs, in cookery competitions. And because we're not in Santorini and we don't have the fabulous little tomatoes that are bursting with flavor, I thought I would help the tomatoes that I would use from this country, where we don't have the sun of Santorini. So we do have tomatoes, which we leave the skin on, in this case, and I've chopped them. I've taken away most of the seeds because they're not offering that much. But to help intensify the flavor, I also roasted some little tomatoes in the oven, which I'm going to put in. If you roast things, in effect, you dehydrate. You remove a lot of the water, so the flavor that is there becomes more intense. And I'm further helping by using some chopped sun-dried tomato and a little bit, just a teaspoonful of tomato paste, which I made last year in Crete. Every year when I'm there in the summer, because my brother has the most amazing organic tomatoes, I make paste and then it lasts me all year round. If you put it in a jar and you top it with olive oil and you put it in the fridge, nothing happens to that. So this is our tomato. Onions. Definitely, in Greece, the traditional method is by using raw onion and green onion, spring onions. What I have done, because I love the sweetness of onion, I have actually roasted some shallots, which are here, and I've chopped some spring onions, so they go in. You see already a lot of flavor building up here. A crucial component for the flavor of this dish is mint. So we use tons of mint, lots of mint. We even want to see it through the fritter. And some more aromatics. This is fennel, chopped fennel. and some oregano. You cannot make anything Greek without mountain oregano from Greece, and some thyme, dry thyme. So these are all our aromatics here. Now we need to oh, I forgot another little vegetable that I decided to put in. Some people go to town, they add lots, they add aubergines, they add. I am just going to add a little bit of courgette, just chopped in little brunoise. You could grate it, but I decided to chop it. It's nice to have textures, to have something to bite into. Alexandre, hello.
We're getting a message that he's unable to join, I'm afraid. So you're on your own at the moment.
Oh, really? Oh, that's a shame.
Maybe he has internet problems.
Oh, that's very sad. You're all going to be stuck with me.
We'll keep trying.
Okay, and to bind it all, we're going to use 1 egg. And we're going to make a flour butter. So that is, I'm going to post the recipe so you can see quantities. Oh, and I better turn my oil on because I didn't know who was going to go first, who was going to do what. So if we give this a good mix, and I might wear gloves and do it with my hands. It's always nice to feel actually what you're doing and mix things properly. That's the problem. I mean, we connected with Chile when we did the live with Carola. I'm surprised that we have trouble with Dubai.
I don't know the problem because he did join, but when we invite him to go live,
he didn't like my hair.
Maybe.
That's the problem. Alexandra, sorry.
Maybe he didn't recognize you.
Oh, maybe he didn't recognize me.
He thought he was on the wrong course.
Sometimes when I do things live, I forget to season. But of course, in real life, we always season. And this needs plenty of salt. I've got some nice salt. We have some fabulous sea salt that comes from Kithira. So
okay, we are here.
Oh, hello, chef.
Sorry, my apologies. I had a small problem with the connection, actually.
Are you all right now?
Yes, I'm good. How are you doing? I'm so excited.
Doing fine.
Like, I don't know what's the problem with the connection. Sometimes we have a big problem with the connection, and I think now it's okay. You can see me?
Yeah, I can see you. I can see you.
I'm so excited, actually. You know, guys, it's like I'm with the Master Chef of 2019 of UK. Then I'm so excited for tonight. Actually, let me ask you a few questions. Like, you're based in UK, but you're from Greece, right?
I'm from Crete.
You're from Crete Island. Beautiful. Then I was gonna start together with you. Then I think you make a nice vegetarian dish for tonight with a beautiful, if I remember, tomato, right?
I was thinking of Santorini, and I know you're going to. Well, you need to tell us what you're making because I've told everybody what I'm making.
Sorry, guys, my apology for tonight. Actually, I'm here in Dubai. We always have problem with the connection. Okay, what I'm making for tonight? For tonight, like as I say to Irini, we're gonna make a meatballs, and the meatballs we're gonna make for tonight is with a little bit of spices of Dubai. Actually, what I'm gonna use is the sumac powder to give a flavor of Dubai. Is a pomegranate, actually dry pomegranate powder. Then they call it sumac. And I will use a little bit of za'atar. It's similar with oregano. And as I can see, Irini, she's already keep going. Then I have to start to keep going also for my side. Right, Irini?
If you like to, because all I'm actually now going to do is fry the tomatoes.
Oh, you're done. Let's go. Okay, I have my beautiful meat here. As you can see, is a beef. Then I will gonna add a little bit of the mint, a little bit of parsley, a little bit of onion, garlic. Sorry, guys, I'm doing a little bit fast. You can find my YouTube channel as a chef spare horse. Tell me a few news, you know, really there from UK. How is the things now these days?
Well, yes. Of course, you know, we had the lockdown here. We are still, things have started opening up slowly, slowly. Many people of our industry have been struggling. Things closed. People tried to cope as best as they could by delivering at home, by you know, obviously everybody rallied around the medical people, you know, the National Health Service people, and many chefs I know have been cooking dishes and feeding them, and we've been doing lots of things on the internet, being live, being giving videos, cooking lessons. So actually quite busy, but you know, we've been missing the buzz of going out there and sharing the experience with other people.
Beautiful. This, I think, is the best thing, actually, and for our side as a chefs, and you know, because we can give an inspiration to the people to keep going. Okay, Irini, I have put all of my ingredients here. Then I'm gonna start to mixing my beautiful meatballs. Guys, for who you like, later we're gonna put the recipe. Then you can have it with the sumac, with a little butter and salt, pepper, olive oil, like beautiful olive oil from Creighton Island, because I love Creighton Island actually for the olive oil. I think it's the best olive oil from there, right?
We are very lucky. We have even, you know, have you heard of the Italian chef Gennaro Contaldo?
Yes, of course.
He told me in a function we were both invited at, he said to me, I love your olive oil in Crete. I'll come to Crete and buy olive oil.
You know, actually, I'm in Dubai the last 5 years. Then I'm always using Cretan olive oil because I think it's very pure. And actually, you know, I like, you know, how they making actually, you know, like, you know, the time they going like to the small factories and they making, and you know, they don't add anything preservatives and everything inside. Then the flavor is real pure. Then I always love this flavor.
We are very lucky. You know, I did an olive oil summit in January, and I didn't know this, that such a high percentage of Greek olive oil is already extra virgin. You know, 70% of all the olive oil produced in Greece, and we are the third largest in the world. Yeah,
Yes.
It's extra virgin olive oil, which is fabulous. Because in the UK, you can pay £3.50 and buy a bottle, 500 ml of an olive oil called Cariatis, which I used to cook with. You know, at £3.50, why would I buy blended oils? Why would I buy oils that don't have polyphenols, or I don't know if they are defective or how old they are, or, you know.
I agree. And actually, you know, like I have a friend from Italy. Actually, this is not the best thing to say, but I was gonna say it. I have a friend from Italy, and he have a factory with olive oil. And what he's doing is like he buy a lot of, you know, like olive oil from Greece, like the olives actually. Then he buy the olives and he's making the olive oil because he can give the pure flavor and the real flavor of the olive oil. And he's like, you know, guys, I love the Greek olive oil that I buy from there. And I'm like, oh, wow. And you're selling like it's Italian. He's like, yeah. But, you know, like, obviously, the thing is like, which kind of factory you're using and how beautiful it is, the olive oil, and finishing the flavor and everything.
You need to trust the supplier. But what I love these days, and I keep being sent beautiful oils that we have from Greece, is that there are lots of young people who, today I received some olive oil by somebody who started, who got a master's in economics a few years back. And now he's gone back to actually near Messara Plain, where I come from, and he's cultivating the family olive groves, and he's producing stunning olive oil. I just couldn't believe the quality. So I love how many young people have gone back to the earth to our produce, and we get such amazing things coming to the UK.
I agree. Actually, really, you know, like here in Dubai, like 5 years before when I came in Dubai, it was like very rarely you can find a Greek products. Then I was one of the chefs, you know, like I become ambassador of Greek food in UAE. Then I'm one of the chefs, you know, actually start to import everything in Dubai, like for Greek products, because I was working as an international chef, but I was like, okay, when we do a Greek recipes, we need a Greek product. Then, you know, like the olive oil actually I'm using now at the moment, beautiful. We're checking the temperature there. I can see, guys, she's actually one of my favorite chefs you can find around the world. And I will tell you why. Because she's Greek and she won the UK Master Chef with her beautiful recipes. Actually, for me, it's like, you know, I'm so excited and so happy actually to be with you tonight because
Awesome.
I love your dishes. Because you know why? My family, they have a restaurant in Greece and it's like a traditional taverna. Then I start from there and I grow up like for the mama's food, you know, like the real taste. Now, how's the presentation? It's like something different. And I always keeping the same recipes. Then I can see your dishes. They have the mama's food, but you have the touch and the inspiration of like the young generation to keep, you know, like all these beautiful flavors.
But I want to be doing things, collaborations with you young guys, because I'm learning from you. Actually, you now and all the chefs that I've done lives with are taking food to another level. And I love that. I find that incredibly exciting because it is time that people realize that Greek food is not the food that they were eating in tavernas in the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s. You know, you can seek beautifully cooked food in Greece, sometimes in simple tavernas too.
Yeah, but they have beautiful taste, no? Like, I love that, you know, like you stay next to the beach, you have the beautiful, beautiful, like sardines is coming out and, you know, like, everything is about the products, how you say.
Yep, that's right.
And it really, like it will gonna be actually. I usually like visit like London. Then I will gonna come there, and I really want to cook with you in the live from there, like you know, because like when the things that will gonna be perfect, guys. You know, Irini, she's like last year when I saw that, like she's the master chef of UK, and I was like, wow, so excited for
a,
very.
friend, a friend gave me a better idea, Alexandre. That we should do a festival of Greek food and take it to different countries. So me and lots of young chefs like yourself.
Actually, it's a perfect idea, and I think I will gonna love that because I'm also doing a lot of pop up around the world. Then I can also speak with a lot of people, and we'll do like this beautiful cooking and inspiration for you know like I will gonna tell you very soon. Actually, I have something in mind, and I will gonna invite you somewhere very well.
It's the quality of the ingredients coming from the earth that is still pure. Yeah,
Okay.
the question is only Irini cooking. No, no, no. Alexandros is cooking as well. I'm just a little bit ahead because he had the trouble with his internet.
Yes, guys. Sorry. Actually, you know, I put my beautiful meatballs in the oil also. Like,
Tell me, in your meatballs, other than the aromats, you didn't
yeah,
put.
like classic
You
mama's
did.
meatballs. Like I make the classic way of mama meatballs, like how my mother and my grandmother's is making, with a little bit of touch of Arabic spices and like sumac. And guys, like I think you like my recipe. Then let's do something good, and you're gonna find the recipe later. Oh, Irini, this is look like beautiful.
Say to people because they've been missing some things, obviously, that the oil, if you reach, and that's why I use a thermometer, it's very important when you make fritters that the oil is not too hot to burn them on the outside and leave them raw inside, but it's not too low either because then the fritter will suck in all the oil and you will eat it and it won't be crispy. So,
What's the
170 degrees, chef, I find 170 degrees is good for me.
Yeah, I agree. Actually, I'm using the same temperature. As guys, you can see here, like I make the meatballs. Then Iris is making the vegetarian dish, and I'm making like you know meatballs, like you know how is the classic way you're making in Greece with a little bit of touch of Arabic spices. Because I'm here in the Emirates, in Dubai, and I can see it look like amazing. You're using a kernel, wow, I love that. You know, like, please just bring me a little bit with the takeaway. I think you can deliver to me. It will take a little bit longer now with the quarantine and all these things around the world, right?
Well, somebody asked me today to send them a loaf of bread that I make and a cake for them to photograph for a recipe book. And I'm thinking, how can I do that? I think there's a question.
Yeah, a couple of questions. The first one from our friend Linda. Can the meatballs be cooked in the oven? And the second question, what is the best temperature for meatballs? Should we always pay attention to temperature?
Okay, actually, guys, let me answer this question. Is the perfect temperature for the meatballs is 170 to 180 degree, and like actually this is the perfect temperature. Then now, how you can cook in the oven? You do exactly the same way what I done. Then you can find the full recipe. Sorry, I get late a little bit, and I cannot show you exactly how we're doing. Then you can find my YouTube channel. Then the perfect thing is like to do in the oven is just to put the flour outside when it's ready, and you put in 200 degree for 10 to 12 minutes. It will gonna be perfect.
Oh, you see here, if you, that's why I love gas. I can control the flame. I hate these electricity driven things because
Yeah,
I reduced of the oil and it reduced almost a little bit too much. If you can use a thermometer all the time in what you are cooking, it's the best way to regulate the temperature. But my fritters only need about 4 minutes altogether cooking, and they're done.
I agree. I think it's like around 3 to 4 minutes in the oil, like the same as in the meatballs. Like 3 to 4 minutes in the oil, it will gonna be perfect. Then, because we like also like to be juicy inside, right? The same is happening with your you know, like the vegetarian dish you're making with the tomato, like the tomato balls there. And
Yeah.
the same you can do with the zucchini. Then anything like how you like it.
Yeah. In Santorini, the flour they use for my fritters is plain flour. They don't use self-raising. There is a risk if you use self-raising, which I have done. If you use very hot oil to cook and the fritters rise, you know, puff up, you're going to have an outside that looks cooked and the middle of it is not going to be cooked.
I agree.
But
you can see like my meatballs how is inside is like a juicy, very crispy outside. I use the traditional way how you're doing, like actually, you know, with just the flour. That's the all-purpose flour, like in the same thing. Then you can see the crispiness outside and the very juicy inside. I use a mint, you know, for the extra flavor, and you know everybody love it. And I think this is the perfect thing, you know, you do, like, you know, the mamas, you know, in Greece, or you know, the small tavernas, they're always using the all-purpose flour, right? And this is a traditional and perfect flavor. Then let's keep this, like, you know, in the perfect side, like in the perfect way how we're doing.
Alexandre, how do the locals, what do they think of the Greek food? Because you have taken you've taken Greek food to Dubai, basically.
Yeah, actually, when I came here like 5 years before, I invited for one five-star hotel, then like, you know, to make a Greek Mediterranean food, because I'm specialized in Italian and all this. But when we start to do a Greek food, and everybody was like, wow, Greek food, then they don't really know like 5 years before what is meaning Greek food. But actually, the last 3-4 years we have, you know, they have like opened around 12 to 14 Greek restaurants in Dubai. And actually the locals, they love Greek food. And why they love Greek food? Because they visit Greece, they visit Mykonos, they visit Santorini, they visit all the popular islands, and they like so excited about Greek food. And the point for me was like, teach them what is mean Greek food in the proper way, but not the stereotype, you know, Greek salad and tzatziki only, right?
Yeah.
And moussaka, how they call it, moussakas, actually. Then now, the last years, it's become very, very famous in Dubai. And you can say the last year they have opened 6 restaurants. Then we have Namos, we have Amos, we have like many, many different Greek restaurants in Dubai. I was used to struggle a little bit to show them like what does mean Greek food. But at the moment, actually, they really love Greek food. When it's a little bit with the spice, you know, here in the country, they're really, really excited about that.
That's great. That's I love that we have so many chefs all over the world. Oh, we have a question.
Yeah, it's a question maybe for you, Alexandra. The question is, if pork mince is used, will it cook properly in 3 to 4 minutes?
Okay. Actually, guys, sorry. Usually I'm using pork when I'm in Greece. It's like 50% of pork and 50% of beef. At the moment in UAE, because the Muslim country, we don't using pork in the kitchens, you know, to cook. Then we're using lamb or we're using beef. And I also love lamb, you know, meatballs, and it's beautiful. Now, for the pork, you can say like it needs a little bit more extra time. But if the meatballs is the small size, how you can see now, it's gonna be okay for 4 minutes. 3 to 4 minutes, it's gonna be all right. Now, if you like to make bigger and yeah, a little bit bigger, then you have to increase a little bit the time with the same temperature.
Hey, Alex, all I'm going to serve the fritters with is some Greek yogurt with lemon zest, lime juice, lemon juice, a bit of salt, a bit of pepper, and a few flowers from the fennel. Because I put a fennel inside the fritters, I'm also using it in the dip, the flavor. But I'm not messing it up too much with the cucumber, certainly not garlic, no paprika. You saw this is basically the tomatoes and the green aromatics that I used.
Amazing. You know, sorry, I just put my last meatballs inside, and I'm gonna start also the plating with my first meatballs. Then everybody they can see, and we can answer a few questions if somebody has. Guys, I cannot see like so much like tonight. I want to see like a few questions. We have here Irini, and she's a beautiful lady. She won the MasterChef of 2019 in UK. Don't forget to follow her. She has amazing lives, and I'm so excited I'm here with her for tonight.
As you are advertising me, Alexander, I have to say about your channel, I think you are one of the most enjoyable chefs to watch. I love your cooking because
so much.
You're so expressive, and I love the things you actually make. So I genuinely wanted to do this with you, you know.
You know, actually, in the last few days, I become so busy because they removed the lockdown for us. Then I was like so busy, like with new projects coming out or the restaurants they reopening again. Then it was a little bit like I didn't really have time to make a lot of videos. Then let me also go like, guys, I think like you can see properly here in my plate, and like let me go also like to plate my dish. I have this beautiful yogurt here. It's a Greek yogurt, Irini, obviously.
Yes.
Then I will add a little bit of the sumac powder. Now, sumac powder you can find in the supermarkets in Dubai, in Greece, or everywhere you can find it. Or you can dehydrate the pomegranate, then you can make sumac powder. I have this beautiful za'atar powder here, and I will put in my yogurt, salt, and pepper, and a little bit of the fresh pomegranate. Or actually, I will add it on the top.
Do you make your own za'atar?
Yes.
Yeah.
I like it actually.
I love it. Do you want to tell people watching how we make za'atar?
Who knows how we're making any herbs we can make in the dry? We can actually keep it in the like oven in the 40 degrees. Then it really say.
Thank you, Julie, for plugging my. It's so nice to have all these friends, Alexandra. Even if we haven't met them, it's so nice that we have all these friends over the internet, no?
You know, actually, really, like a lot of my friends, they were sending me like messages the last 3-4 days. Then for the day like before yesterday, like we start to advertise, and I was like, they was like, sorry, I'm working, locked out, gone in Dubai. I mean, like, you know, so many people in Dubai, and they want to watch like the live. They're like, I have like 2-3 friends. They text me today. They say, okay, I will gonna check it in my work. I say, no way, just don't do it. You know, I mean, people, they love to watch like lives, but you know, like now in Dubai, the life has become like very, very busy because you know, lockdown gone like last week. Then everybody trying to be like, you know, like more motivated and, you know, like go back to the works and everything.
Yeah.
There's so many of the people they can work, they cannot watch, you know, like from Dubai because it's 9 p.m. Still the shops is everything open.
Of
Okay.
course. But Alexandra, we are going, the video straight after we finish will be posted on my Instagram feed, and I will also send it to you so you can post it on your feed. So it doesn't go away. People can still watch us.
Exactly. This is the most important, that the people, they can watch it. Okay, guys, as you can see, I'm almost there. Then I have few of the leaves here. It's like we have in Dubai, we have around 1,000 farms now anymore. Then I have the beautiful micro herbs here. And I will just garnish my beautiful plate. I have put my yogurt at the bottom. Then I hope you will like it. And few of you, when you like to see the recipe, you're gonna watch later, or you're gonna watch in my YouTube channel, or Irinis, you're gonna also share later on. Then I hope you enjoy. Let me finish it with my beautiful micro herbs here. And I'm almost there. Sorry, Irini. I late a little bit, guys. My connection, it was like very, very bad. Then, and
You've done
I'm
very
ready.
well, because in no time
Can you put down the music, please? Sorry, I didn't hear you, Irini.
in very little time, you created a stunning plate.
Yes, a little bit. Like a little bit styling is always good, right?
Of course. We eat with our eyes first, right? So
Exactly. Then I try like a little bit, like I'm cooking with style actually. This is my style in Dubai. People, they like my dishes because it's a traditional. Then when they will gonna eat, I want them to remind mother, grandmother, to remind the very, very traditional like, taverna food. But you know, like the way how you represent has to be exceptional. Then this is what I'm doing.
bravo, bravo, Alexandre. And
Thank you. Okay, Irini, I know everybody's very busy these days. Sorry, guys. I hope everybody you enjoy for tonight. It was a little bit short because my connection, it was not perfect. Irini, I'm so excited. You know, you actually invite me, and I invite you, and I invite you like long time before, but it was very busy. Like to have this beautiful live for tonight. I hope we're gonna do something in reality when we're gonna come to UK. Then all of our people are gonna love it, and I'm so happy, and it's my honor actually, you know, to be with you for tonight and to create one of my dishes. I don't know what I have to say anymore. I'm so happy about you.
the honor is mutual. I love it. I love how we are able to engage. I think where we come from is the right attitude. We want to give people things that they will be happy to make themselves and feed themselves and their family and their loved ones. So thank you very, very much. I love tonight, and we'll definitely do a live.
100%. Irini, I will do one thing before we close. You just take the dish, like just take your dish at your hands. Then all of our friends, they have to take a screenshot, guys. If you want to watch us again in a reality, then I will go all the way to you, Irini, and we're gonna do a beautiful live for you.
Okay.
Screenshot of our dishes,
Okay. Thank you.
and I hope you enjoy everybody with us tonight.
Thank you, Alexandre. Lots of love. All the best. Bye.
Vicky,
Bye,
big time.
everybody.
Have a beautiful night.
Bye. Bye.